Okay, I have decided I'm going to come off the trail here and have a lunch break. This isn't what we're going to call home for the night. That's more of a smiley face than a campfire pit. Maybe at one time it was. There's this little grove of trees here. And the trail's right there. So I'm going to take this pack off finally and re-energize my body and soul. The creek is way down there. So that must be the uphill we still have to face getting to the lake. But this will do me some good to sit down and hydrate and re-energize. I couldn't find my mesh bag that this cook pot goes in, so I had to use rubber bands to hold it shut. Kind of dumb, but couldn't find it. So here's our little stove. Here's our little windscreen. Just some foil, some fuel. Don't need much else. These ramen noodle packets, never had them before. They're from Nicole Hikes a Lot. She sent them to me because she went gluten-free and couldn't eat them anymore. So she mailed them to me, and I've never had them. So that is lunch today. They're kind of smaller than the usual ramen. I'm gonna have 2 of them. Making a mess. And I'm having a Snickers bar that's melting before my very eyes. This is going to be messy. I'm going to have to eat like an animal. That's not too bad. A little gooey. I didn't realize just how hungry I was until that hit my mouth. Man. Well, it's boiling already. That's going to be awesome. Seaweed flavor. Never had anything like this. It smells really good. And apparently, I don't know if I mentioned, but it's vegan. So, thank you, Nicole, from Nicole Hikes a Lot. I'll put a link to her channel down below. And her husband. I think he was in on this too. So, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. You have no idea, sitting out here like this, after hoofing it up that trail with this pack, it is much appreciated. All these months later, I finally tear into them, and I couldn't be more grateful. Ooh, handle's hot. And I'm just tearing into all kinds of gear, just trying to eat my lunch. Suddenly I need my towel. I needed to get a spoon out of an MRE I brought because I didn't bring my spork for some reason. And I've had to put the garbage away in a Ziploc, so I had to dig that Ziploc out. I'm not thinking too clearly. I've been awake a very long time, and now I'm hungry on top of it. But here are the ramen noodles, complete with seaweed. Here goes the first bite. Want some? Hot. Good. It's like a vegetable broth. It's really savory. I like it. I have other flavors at home that she sent me. And I have a different kind of ramen with me that was inspired by my buddy Joe Shanks. That we'll have tomorrow for lunch. But for now, I'm just going to sit here in peace. I'm already feeling better. And then we'll get back on the trail. Well, I've cleaned up my spot. Tried to make it look unused. Back on the trail. Been here about maybe 25 minutes. And I just realized something while I was resting. Even though I ate, I still felt a little better, but I felt fatigued still. And then I had to pee. And when I peed, I didn't pee very much and it came out really dark. So even though I've put away a liter and almost a half of water, including cooking with it, but I did drink a whole liter since I started today. It's not enough. Apparently the wind, the sun, all of it is taking the water out of my body. So I'm getting dehydrated. Not scary dehydrated, but it's good to know I am. That explains some of the fatigue. And the other fatigue I'm having is just from being awake since 10 o'clock last night. I've been awake for almost 18 hours, and the sleep I got before 10 o'clock was about 2 hours. So it wasn't restful enough by far. So instead of going to the lake today, what I'm hoping is to find a good campsite along the way. I'm gonna hike to the water source. That girl said there was a river crossing. So I'm gonna hike to that, replenish my water, drink what's left in my water when I get there, replenish my water. I did not bring filters this time. I decided to try tablets, so we're gonna do that. Takes about a half hour for those to kick in. So I'll drink that water that I have left, about half a liter, refill the bottles, put tablets in, put it in my backpack, and hike some more. And in the meantime, try to find a good spot that's not right off the trail like this. And spend the night. I'll probably turn in early tonight. I'm just exhausted, mentally, physically. All I can think about is getting camp set up, and this is not the place. So we'll replenish water, find camp, and settle in for the evening. Even though it's only about 3:40 in the afternoon, I'll bet you I'm out by 7 p.m. I don't know. We'll see. I do feel better though. The calories definitely helped. Okay, let's get back on the trail. Well, the water's kind of brown, and it's not a river crossing, but it's close enough. I'll just drop some tablets in there, and we'll check it in about a half hour. So 2 tablets per half liter, which means 4. There we go. Shake her up. And give it about 30 minutes. I'll put it in both, of course. I don't need to film both of them, do I? Beautiful water. About 15 minutes from where I just got water from that little creek. I still have a few minutes till that's ready. There's a problem. The trail comes down here and it just ends right here at the river, which I'm assuming with spring runoff usually doesn't cover the trail. The problem I have is I can't see over there where the trail continues. My best bet is for someone to come along from the other side and make it known. In the meantime, I am feeling a bit better after I drank the other half liter of that water, and my battery's dying, and I have 15 minutes until this water's ready. So I'm gonna sit here in a shady spot, take my pack off, and just wait for the water. And then I'm gonna camel up and fill them up again. And hopefully by then someone will come by to show me where the trail is, so I don't walk over there just aimlessly wandering. I'd rather backtrack than do that, because you can get seriously lost doing that. So time to take the pack off again. Okay, I've been sitting here about 10 minutes, and it just occurred to me that this big log right over here, right over there, is part of the washed out bridge that used to be here. And then off in the distance is a blue blaze on the tree. I knew those blue blazes would come in handy when the trail went nowhere or split or something. I had to cut across this small part and then across that over there. And the blue blaze that I can see it's right there in the middle of the screen, if you can see it on that tree. I gotta switch my battery and then I'll throw on my pack. We'll head that direction. There's also a thunderstorm rolling in, which is so typical for the Uinta Mountains. So I gotta move quick. It looks like the best route is across these rocks, and we'll see what's over there. I might have to walk in the water. Blue blaze is over there. Could try to walk across that log, but with this pack I might lose my balance. Ah, boy. Well, I don't really want to get wet. There's no way around it. Some big rocks here. Could try to work my way through there. And then over that way to where what's left of the bridge is. Maybe that rock. This is why you bring extra socks. Alright, think like a kid, Steve. Never hesitated to walk in the river when I was a kid. Well, that sucked. There's our trail end over there. And look, it begins again right here. So there used to be a bridge here going straight across there. It should dry as I walk. If I set up camp, I can just change my socks and air my shoes out anyway. Let's find camp. I don't care if we make it to the lake or not. Just want to find somewhere to set up and be done with this. There's our blue blaze. Okay, our river crossing was just back there, so we're still close to the water. The trail continues that way, but I've found a nice little clearing back here. And that looks like a fire pit. I don't know that I'll bother with a fire. Conditions are just, despite the river that you saw, conditions are very dry. So we're gonna go back here, off the trail, still near water, and call it a day as far as hiking goes. Yeah, there's 2 fire pits back here. This is more secluded. There's room for my hammock and my tent. Oh, this is beautiful. This is what I was hoping for. Here's our fire pit. Trail's right over there. Here's where the tent will go. Before I do that, these 2 trees right here, these 2 thin ones, will do for the hammock. I seriously need to recharge. I need to get this pack off, set the hammock up. Before I set anything else up and do any more work, I need to lay down and drink a bottle of water. Now, I just realized it's not going to clear up. It's still brown, and the reason why is because the tablets I have are iodine tablets. They kill everything, and I don't mind the taste, but these particular ones don't clean up the brown, because iodine is brown, so I'm gonna be drinking this. It's okay though. I know it's been treated. I know everything's dead in there. I'm gonna lay in the hammock and chug this. Welcome to camp. Oh. Well, I haven't been laying down very long. I drank about half the bottle so far. But I'm hearing thunder now. So I got to get the tent up. See? We're going to throw the tent up right here really fast. I've never set it up before. I haven't even taken it out yet. But I've watched videos about how to set it up, so hopefully I know what I'm doing. And we'll get what we can in the tent to protect it. One thing I found out about the iodine tablets. I thought it was 4. It's only 2 per liter. So I double dosed it. There's no way I'm getting sick off that water, but I can taste the funk from the iodine. And usually I can't taste it, and it's because I misjudged. But at least I went overboard and didn't go not enough. So let's get that tent set up. I'll do my best to make that happen quickly. Okay, before I move everything into the tent just to be safe, this is it. This is the Outdoor Vitals Dominion 2. It's actually a 2.5 man tent. That's why it was so heavy. Why didn't I get the one person? It's simple. I may or may not have someone camp with me in the future. It's nice to have a tent that's big enough. I also want to be comfortable. Yeah. Guy hiking by was worried that it was gonna rain, and he's not familiar with this area. He said he didn't think there was rain in the forecast, but I explained to him that sometimes all these do is make a lot of noise like that and blow over, and it's kind of spooking his dog, poor thing. Other times they actually let loose, and I'm not going to wait and see which one we get. I'm going to put all this stuff in the tent. There are 2 huge vestibules here, one on this side, one on that side. Lots of room for 2.5 people. So you and a buddy and somebody's torso, I guess. Anyway, I don't have it set up perfectly. Don't judge me, I'm in a hurry. It's been a rough day. My pants are finally dry. They're moisture wicking, so they dry really easy. I put on dry socks, I feel much better. I'm getting my energy back. Once I get camp set up, I'm gonna just chill for a while. I'll figure out what to do next. The good news is this. Check this out. Just luck of the draw, I guess. So here's my tent. Here's my campfire. And right there is a little creek. So I have a water source. I have everything I need right here. Pretty awesome. I really hope for that guy's sake it doesn't actually rain, because he seems kind of freaked out by it. I love laying in a tent during a rainstorm. I think it's fantastic. But as you can see, you got blue sky there and dark sky there, and just a minute ago it was all dark sky. So who knows? The Uintas are as moody as I am. Anyway, I better start moving some stuff. Okay, I think we're ready to, is that focusing? Yeah. I think we're ready to give the grand tour. So here is our home for the night, our house. I already talked enough about that. There are 2 doors, and I really like that. There's one on each side. I was disappointed because I understood that it came with a net that hangs from the ceiling to put your gear in, and that is non-existent. So we do have nets at that end to store stuff in. It's a good place for them, and they're tall. I like that. But I'm disappointed there's not even a hook to hang my lantern from. That's just a $10 lantern I found at a sporting goods store I'm trying out. Got my pillow, got my quilt. Underneath that, a jungle blanket, and underneath that, a sleep pad. So I should be toasty and warm. And puffer coat, long sleeve shirts, etc. So my roll pack always comes with me. First aid, fire starting, and hygiene. So I'm just letting my shoes chill under here in case it rains. My sunglasses. That's pretty much it. I didn't bring as much as it looked like. It's just, you know, that pack was just overloaded with food and water, and here's the result. 3 MREs. Don't know how much of those I'll consume. The one's cut open because I took the spoon out earlier. Cook pot, drinking cup, Bluetooth speaker. That's my bag of miscellaneous food. You got ramen and snacks in there, and the towel is drying. Over here I'm kind of mad at myself. I always forget something important, and this time I brought a tarp to go over this, or to cook under if it rained, but I did not bring the stakes to go with it. So I may have to tie it out to trees, and I don't know if that's even feasible, if the guy lines will reach that far. So I don't know. I'll have to see what happens with that. This is pretty cool. I found this. I'm testing it. It's a bug zapper. So we're gonna see how that works when nighttime comes. It has a regular light, 3 settings that should attract them and also light up camp. And then you can push and hold and you'll get the actual, let me see here. Yeah, the actual blue light that zaps the bugs, the electricity. It's fully charged. It'll run for 24 hours on a full charge. But we only need it for a couple of evenings. My socks are drying. And that is it. That is Camp Shingle Creek. Now what I think I'll do is I'm going to get rested up tonight. I'm going to hang in the hammock for a while, provided that doesn't act up. I have my trail camera with me as well, so I'll set that up at night before bed. I never really catch anything usually, but you never know, and it adds a lot of weight. It takes 6 batteries. It's a brick. So for the sake of this video and me being the generous person that I am, trying to make a decent video for you to watch, maybe we'll catch something during the night. I don't know. I'm being sarcastic, by the way. I try to be generous. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I think tomorrow we'll get up, we'll eat breakfast, and we'll throw some food in I have a little backpack that wads up into a little ball. I didn't show that, but it's in there. And we'll go explore. Maybe we'll hike further down the trail to the actual lake, where I can find campsites that are so awesome I'll regret camping here. But I feel so much better. I know it was dehydration. I know it was. I just can't believe that how much water I lost just hiking up here. So make sure you bring water, guys. It might be brown. Just pretend it's iced tea or something. Or, you know, don't think of it like a trucker bomb, and you'll be okay. So I got to finish that bottle. I want to drink until I can't stop peeing, and then I'll go back there to the little stream and replenish once again. And this time I'll only put 2 tablets in. So that's it. Thunder is still a-rolling, and I got a time lapse running on the clouds, and I'm just gonna lay in my hammock, shut my eyes for a little while, and be still, because I really need to. I'll come back in a little bit.